Hello everyone. Now that you have successfully downloaded your images from our Flickr site, you may want to do some things with them, whether you're going to post them on social media or you want to do some print products like cards or postcards for Christmas. Canva is a perfect product for anyone. You can get a free account with just an email, and it allows you to design some various things. There's a lot of free templates that you can take advantage of, everything from social media to print products. So I'm going to show you a few things that you can do. I'm going to start with social media. Now, I do have a pro account, so I will have access to a lot more things than you would on a free account, but there is still a lot of stuff out there that you can use with the free account. So if we go to social media, you can see that you have the ability to edit a photo. So if you want to continue editing after the editing that I have done, you can do an Instagram post or like a Facebook cover, or you can even do like a Facebook post or a story. So let's go ahead and do an Instagram post. So if I go in here, I have a blank template. Now you can simply upload your image and then drag and drop it here and, add a few things here and there, and that's it. That's fine. Or you can do something like this. There's a lot of Christmas stuff already there. So we can take a look and see what might fit what you want, like something like this. So you have the ability to drag and drop some images, and all of a sudden you have this wonderful little Instagram post that you can also share on Facebook and all your other social media outlets. So to get your images into Canva, it's very simple. You're going to go to Uploads, and you're going to go to Upload Media, and then you can go to the location where your images are. So I am going to select at random a couple. So let's start with these guys. They were very cute. I loved it. And then we'll go ahead and pick another one from the kind of indoor settings. Let's go ahead and find them again. Here we go. So now we've got two of them. So in order to bring the media over to your post, all you have to do really is drag and drop. And then if you double click, you're able to move the image around and, locate it where you want to. So then here we would put in our other one, and then again, we would double click. You can even resize if you want it to be a little bit more close up. And then that is it. Simple as that. If I double click this one too, say I want to do something a little bit more close up. There we go. So, and then if there's things that you don't want to use, like for example, if I feel like this ribbon is just a little in my way, I can either move it somewhere else, like maybe down here. And then if I go towards like the edge of one of these, I can rotate it usually. Oh, here's my rotation. So I can rotate it a little more just to kind of fit on top of that little sprig. And that to me looks pretty good. And all I would do then is download a new image. So under the free account, you do have the ability to download a PNG and a JPEG. So you would just hit download PNG, hit download, and then it's going to tell you that it's downloading it. It's going to give you a pop-up screen that's going to tell you where you want to save it. I'm not going to go ahead and save this right now. So let's take a look at some print stuff. So if we wanted to do like personal, under personal up here in templates, you have invitations, you have cards, and you have postcards. So I want to take a look at cards first. So if we go to cards, I can go here and kind of take a look at what's going on. So I can filter by holiday, and I can see if there's a card that I really like, that I want to send out. I like this template right here, so let's go ahead and open this up. And like I said, if you see, like I have the pro plan, so unfortunately I can't tell you which ones are paid for and which ones aren't. But if you're on a free account and there's like a little crown that says pro, those are the type of templates that you have to pay for. So I would recommend using the ones that are free. And again, we're going to go to uploads and we can use, well, let's try someone else. So I'm just going to go random. This couple was so cute. I loved it. Great smiles. Everybody that came in looking amazing. And hopefully next year we'll get to continue doing this and everybody can come in with some props and just have a good time. So this one's taking a little longer, but here we are. Now that looks fantastic. This is a perfect, little card that you can send out. You can also change everything down here. So if I wanted to change the text, and do my own well wishes, I can do so just by double clicking, and I can say, may you have, if I can type correctly, a great holiday season. And it's as simple as that. If you decide that you don't like the text, maybe you want something a little more festive or scriptive, you can go to the fonts. So here I just click on the box and it pops up with the font options. So I can go here. And again, see, like here, there are some that are for pro users, but if you're on a pro account, it should be active. If you're not on a pro account, then unfortunately, it's not going to be active for you. So let's see, something a little more script. Let's try this. Or that might actually work. It's just this is all capitals. I kind of like it, kind of don't. Let's try something like Quincy. Brush. I can get lost in fonts, honestly. I love looking at fonts, so I'm just gonna choose something and move on. So here you see how you're able to build a Christmas card that is easy to do, and you can add a page if you want to do like the inside. So then you also can take a look at things like elements, or if you want to continue kind of this same motif, you can just click, copy, and then we're gonna paste down here. And then we can resize this if we want, if we don't want it to be as large as on the first page. And you can rotate it and do little things like this. And then you can add your text, your greetings, your salutations to people. But you can also add new elements like something like this maybe. This kind of fits that theme as well. And you have all of these things are available to you. Like I said, just look for all the stuff that is free. And then lastly, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back home. And again, you would just download it. And depending on where you're going to print it, you would first talk to the place and ask what kind of file they want you to bring to them. So some of them will want you to bring a image file like a JPEG or a PNG, and others may ask for a PDF, which you can download PDFs here as well. Let's go back to templates and let's do a postcard, because a lot of people don't do cards for Christmas, they do postcards, and I think that's amazing. So let's take a look. Postcards Christmas. You can search as well. There's some nice little things here. And here's one with an image embedded already into it. And then we have something like this. So we've done a lot of square stuff. Let's try one of these more circular frames. So this looks really fantastic. And all I have to do is bring in my own image. So let's go ahead and upload another image. Now, always keep in mind where you're going to be putting your image. So, there are some where we have a large group. You wouldn't necessarily want to do a large group in a frame like this. You'd probably want to do something more rectangular like the ones we've already done. So you have these nice, lovely ladies here. And let's go ahead. I think I grabbed it too soon. Once in a while, it doesn't like doing what I ask it to do. So if we go to edit image, there is, let's do two. This template is not playing nice. I just want to take a look. Oh, okay. That might be the issue. It has a frame around it, so you would just have to, sometimes if it's not working correctly, you may have to move things around to take a look at what's going on. And so I'm gonna kind of put that back into place, and then I'm gonna rotate it so I'm not covering their faces. There we go. And now I've got a postcard ready to go. So if you encounter an issue like that, there might be a point where there's elements layered on top of each other. So this is layered on top of the frame. And so you want to move it out of the way, and then you can bring it back and put it in place. And you can move things around. Say you don't want this little guy, you can just hit delete, or you can add your own touches to these cards. Now if you want to start from scratch, you can do so too. Right now I'm just going to delete everything, and then I'm going to go visit elements, and the first thing I want to do is look for something called frames, because this is where I'm going to, frames or grids, this is where you're allowed to drop images into. So you can look for the type of frame that's going to work for the layout and motif that you have kind of set for yourself. So I'm just going to choose something very basic like this one. And you do have like little guides that you can use as well. So I'm going to make this a little bigger, and then I'm going to center it. There we go. And then I can look at elements, and then I will just type in Christmas. And so now I see all of these little elements that I have. So I'm going to drop this right here. And then really liking the sprigs today for some reason. Or holly. Maybe let's add a little happy Christmas tree down here. I'm obviously not doing, actually no, I don't like that. But we could add something that's already like Merry Christmas there. Christmas tree. You really will just add what you like, and sometimes you add it and it just doesn't look right, and then you move on and get something else. Ooh, I like this. This is really pretty. And you can resize things from the corners. And then, for example, if I want to drop this behind the frame, what I'm going to do is you can either click on it and do position. Does position? No. It should be arrange. So right click, and then we can send backward. So that's going to put it behind my frame. And that plus this doesn't really mesh well. So I'm actually going to delete that because I like this better. I'm actually going to duplicate it by holding down my Option or Alt key, and then I'm going to rotate this and bring it here. You gotta be careful sometimes because it wants to drop it in that frame like that. And then I'm just going to do some text. So let's go here, and you do have some stuff that's already like pre-made that you can do. So I'm actually going to choose this one, double click it, and this one has got two different boxes. So I'm going to type in Mary, and then Christmas. Now I may have to play around with the text, like this is too big, so I would just go to the size and I can choose something smaller so it'll fit. And of course it's also too big for this whole thing, so I'm going to make it smaller and either put it on the side, or I could put it right above my image. Whatever you want to do is what you should do. And then you can put like a little message here as well. If I wanted to do just basic text, you can add like heading and subheading, and then this gives you some boxes to work with. I can move them over, make them smaller, and then you can choose the fonts that you like simply by clicking the box and going to the font and choosing a font that will work for you, or something like that. So I'm just doing things kind of fast. And then we go back to our uploads and we can grab an image. So we'll grab the girls again, double click, want to move them down a little bit. And there we go. We have another working template that we can send out. So many different things that you can do with Canva. You know, if you just want to maybe add a Merry Christmas or you know, Happy Holidays 2021, you can do so. You would just definitely add the image. So if I just want, you know, the whole image, I can just drag and drop the image and I can make it as big as I want. And it all depends on the size of the template that you choose to. So some of the images may not drop in as well, but you can also just add text on top of your image. So if you don't want to do like a whole layout and things like that, you can just do something really basic like this. 2021. And there you go. And now you can print this out. You can send it out as a postcard. You can do whatever you want with it. So I just wanted to give you some ideas of what you could do with your images now that you can get them from Flickr, so that you can, you know, send them out or post them on social media and just give them a little extra oomph, and so that you can customize them for yourself. I hope that you guys really enjoyed the holiday photos event, and I know I had a blast taking your pictures and a blast doing some basic editing, and I hope that you guys post them and that you love them, and hopefully I will see your smiles all next year. Have a great holiday, everyone.